What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you had a great day so far. Hope you're having a great night. Getting into this episode of GH, I guess it was a bad day for Valentine all around. If I had the day that he had, I would probably want to go to a bar, listen to some sad music, and drink away my sorrows. I'm just saying, like, damn, he just been hit all around today. Like, my goodness. He finally found out what we all knew for quite some time. That his ass ain't no Cassadine. We knew this. I've been knowing this for quite some time. I figured he wasn't. I mean, a lot of us been figured that out a long time ago. Because he doesn't act Cassadine-like. Like, he just doesn't fit the mold of a Cassadine. I'm just saying. You know, I thought I would feel bad for Valentine, but I don't. I really, really don't. I mean, you got your fortune taken away from you. You found out that you're not Mikos Cassadine's bastard child, but instead you are Helena's bastard child. I mean, but that's a good thing, though. I mean, you're the son of Helena. I mean, why not just go after her estate? I mean, when she died, she left her money, her personal fortune, to the Cassadine Foundation, but I'm pretty sure he could possibly file something to get that back. But according to Valentino, of course, he does have money in offshore accounts, which I figured. Hell, even Alexis knew he did, because she asked him about that yesterday. She knew he had money in offshore accounts. She knew it. I mean, you have to think about it. A lot of rich, smart people have money in different bank accounts, offshore, wherever. They have money all over the place, because there's no way you're going to make all this money and just sit it in a couple of U.S. bank accounts and stuff. And, you know, I mean, like, just in case a lawsuit happened, you never know what could happen. I mean, you could lose your fortune today. Then what would you do? It was smart of him to have money in offshore accounts. Now, here's the dilemma, though. He has money in offshore accounts. He wants Nell's ELQ shares. But of course, Nell wants a multi-million-dollar offer, basically, for her shares. Now, the question is, how much money does he have in those offshore accounts? Because if you plan on paying Nell a pretty penny for those shares, you have to think about the other Quartermaines. I mean, how the hell are you going to get those stocks? And in order to get a majority of the company, you need at least 51%. At least. And ELQ is a multi-million-dollar, if not billion-dollar company. So how the hell are you going to afford to buy all those shares? And also, the Quartermaines are not willingly going to give up those shares anyway. So it's going to take a bit of finesse to get them. Like, you're probably going to have to blackmail, force, whatever, to get those shares. There's no way Michael or anybody else is going to willingly give up their stock. Nell is going to willingly give hers up because she's in it for the money. So that's an easy get. But everybody else is going to take a lot of finessing. So let's see how smart Valentine really is. See if he can get his hooks into that company. Because, yeah, he has offshore money, but that offshore money ain't going to sustain you if you don't have no type of income coming in. You know what I mean? Like, so of course he's going to have to take over ELQ. You're going to need some income. You know, Valentine does like the finer things in life, and he's going to need to have a new home. So what else are you going to do? And then he, you know, Valentine's Day got a lot worse. And I'm going to tell you how. So Nina and Ava, I'm actually not even somewhat, I'm liking this frenemy thing they got going, you know, telling each other secrets and stuff. Like, you know, Ava be telling her about her and Nicholas's relationship, and now she telling her about her and Jax and how they kiss. And that's how Valentine's Day got worse. He found out he was Helena's bastard child and not Mikos's. You lost everything, and now on top of that, you find out Jax kissed the woman that you love. You know that drove him insane. You know he went out of his tiny little mind when he overheard that conversation. You already know. This is not going to sit well with Valentine. You know Valentine was enraged when he heard that. And you already know he's going to come looking for Jax. Of course he will. That's what, you know, insecure, ego-driven little men do. You know, they chase after the other one. You know, that's what they do. He acts like Nina is a possession of his, which she's not. That's just how he is, you know. When he heard about that kiss, he went out of his tiny little mind. So anyway, Nina had went to Ava or whatever looking for some artwork because she's looking for a new house. I love this. Everybody on this show is just looking for new homes. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Everybody's looking for new digs. I'm liking it. I wonder if Nina do get a new house. I'm wondering what it would look like. Especially with her taste. I wonder if she would, maybe a new penthouse or apartment maybe. But I think they might hold off on that. Because if her and Jax are going to hook up, eventually she probably move in with Jax anyway. So there's really no point in getting Nina her own place. I'm just saying. But I'm liking this little frenemy relationship that her and Ava got going. I'm actually liking it. Like, it's about time Ava got some type of friend in that town. Because it's like Ava barely talks to anybody other than Trina or Julian or whatever, or Franco. That's about it. So it's good that they're, getting her some more allies, which is cool. And like I said before, her and Nina have come a long way. I remember when they hated each other. This heifer done took a baby out of her, induced her labor, snatched a baby out her womb. Like, just all kind of craziness. So to see them come full circle like this 6 years later, 7 years later, this is amazing. Ain't God good? God does work in mysterious ways, I will tell you that. Because I would have never thought these two would be laughing and cordial and talking about each other's personal lives. I never would have thought no stuff like this. I guess, God can, if he can turn water into wine, he can make them two frenemies, I guess. Cordial. I was like, that's the power of the good Lord. God is definitely their salvation. I will say that. Amen. Hallelujah. So anyway, moving on from that. I did kind of like the Peter and Emma scenes or whatever, but Robert, I understand why he's pissed off, like totally, because Peter, he thinks that Anna had something to do with it. He thinks Anna went to the Attorney General and got him taken off the Peter case, which is not true. Peter called in some favors or whatever. How the hell does Peter got any favors with the Attorney General? Like, how? All of a sudden you have sway with the Attorney General all of a sudden? When did Peter get some power? Since when? So yeah, so he basically told Anna, like, she needs to wake up and see the fact that her son is guilty as hell. Like, she just really does. Like, Robert is over it at this point. Like, he's so sick of this. At this point, I feel like Anna's not Anna at this point. The whole conversation she had with Robert and Finn is making me believe more and more that she's Alex. Part of me is starting to feel like I'm hoping that this is not Alex, but a part of me is starting to feel like it's Alex with this behavior. Like, I'm really not getting it. Did you not see the glee on her face when she heard Robert say he was taking off the case and that Peter was going to walk scot-free? She had a smirk on her face. Like, I saw that smile come over her face. I saw it. She was smiling. I'm like, no. This got to be Alex. Come on now. Don't even play me. This got to be her. I'm like, it has to be. But you know what? Robert wasn't even fazed. Like, he was pissed, but at the same time, he let Peter know. Like, you may have gotten away with it legally, but now you have Jason Morgan on your ass. And that's tough luck for you. And I think Peter realized it. Like, you got rid of one person, but now you need to worry about Jason now, which is more lethal than Robert. I mean, Robert is an enemy that you don't want to have, but neither is Jason. Because Robert can just put you in prison. Jason can put your ass 6 feet deep. So now, which place would you rather be? I'm just saying, if you only had two choices, would you rather be in the ground or in the jail cell? Which one would you rather do? I mean, for me personally, if I had the option of either one of those, I would take the jail for 500, Alex. I'm just saying. I ain't going to nobody's ground to become maggot food. I'm just saying, it's not happening. Finn is so over Anna at this point. Like, he's sick of her shit. Anna realized once Robert told her about how he figured out, like, how he found out about the connection or whatever. Like, he told her basically Eurotech, the connection between Peter and Eurotech, one of Faison's companies. Anna started to wonder how he got that information, how he could have figured that out. So now she pointing the finger at Finn. And Finn was basically like, yeah, I told Jason and Sam about it. I confess, I told them about it. And she was pissed off because she feels like he betrayed her. He's on their side. He's not on her side. He's not on Peter's side. Like, Anna's sitting there talking about something, how dare you and stuff like that. What do you mean, how dare he? Like, Finn is tired of the bullshit. Like, she needs to open her eyes. Like, your son is guilty as hell. Like, your child is guilty. He's guilty. Like, stop the foolishness. Stop the tomfoolery. Your son is guilty of sin. Get over it. Admit it. Turn his sorry ass in. Stop playing these little stupid games. Like, was Finn wrong to snitch? Probably so. That's why his ass came in there yesterday with those "I'm guilty" flowers, because he knew he was like, yeah, he knew it. That's why he bought her those little grocery store flowers, because he knew what time it was. He knew he snitched and he knew he felt guilty about it, so he got her "I'm a guilty" gift. I'm sorry gift, even though he's not really sorry, because I doubt he regrets snitching, but he did what he felt he had to do. You weren't going to do it, so he felt it was only right. He has a child to protect. He doesn't want his daughter around Peter. He doesn't trust Peter, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Get over it. So anyway, moving on from that. Maxie was all up in Jax and Nina's business. But I'll give Maxie a pass for this, because she know that Jax likes Nina. And she knows that Nina likes Jax. And I think she just feels like Jax is a much better suitor for her than Valentine, of course. So she'd rather see Nina with Jax. And Jax, he was all set to let it go. Like, he wasn't going to pursue Nina or nothing, because obviously they worked together. He's her boss and stuff. So, he didn't want to blur those lines. But you know what? It's obvious they got chemistry. It's obvious that they like each other. I respect the fact that they try to be professional and adults about it and was like, no, we should just remain, friends and colleagues. But they know they like each other. So why not? And Jax, he thought that they closed the door on that until Maxie said something. But no, y'all didn't. Y'all might as well go on ahead and knock boots and get together. Y'all might as well. Because we all know they're going to end up sleeping together. Please, the writing is on the wall. You can see that. They like each other. That's just obvious. And even Ava was telling Nina to go level with Jax and go tell Jax how you feel. Like, if you got Ava, of all people, telling you to go follow your heart and go do what's best for you, then that's what you need to go do. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that. Jason and Sam, I didn't really give two craps about what was going on with them. They're pissy and upset about the deal being off. And they're trying to figure out another way to shut this down or whatever. Sam, of course, is blaming herself and whatever. Jason's blaming himself because he feels like the feds don't want to work because, with him because it's him. They boo-hooing or whatever. I didn't really care. So, of course, she had to leave first and then Jason was going to leave. But, of course, her parole officer pops up. I'm like, Sam, you might as well just go on ahead and open that prison door and just go on ahead and throw yourself in the cell. You might as well. I mean, if y'all got to stay away from each other, y'all just got to stay away from each other. Who gives a crap? Like, seriously, like, who really cares? So anyway, this was a decent little episode today. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode. And I will see y'all all later. Hope you have a great night. Peace.